back with the final writing tip, and for this one I have kept my most favorite writing tip. It's something like an addition, not really a mandatory thing, but it is something which sets a nice feeling or pace to your story, and that is the opening line. I am sure if you are an avid reader and you have this habit of randomly picking up a book by an unknown author in a bookstore, you first go to the back cover blur and then you open the first page, and if the first line is very enticing, something which grabs your attention, then you feel like reading. You get a feeling of what is going to happen in the story. And this opening line, like most of the lines in your book, should be short, crisp, and if possible factual. For example, in the famous novel The Invisible Man, the first line says, "I am an invisible man." This triggers something in the readers. A lot of questions come to your mind. How did he become an invisible man? What does he do as an invisible man? What was the necessity for him to become invisible? Things like that. You may or may not continue for the entire version of the book, but at least until this part, these questions are answered, the reader will not put the book down. Similarly, you have Anna Karenina. This is really one of my favorites. The first line says, "Happy families are all alike. Every unhappy family is unhappy in its own way." Such a beautiful feeling. It talks about, you get a feeling that maybe they're talking about a family which is unhappy, or it could even pass off as a quote, and this has become a historical line. A lot of websites, a lot of writing tutorials cite this line as the best opening line. In my book, Shikandini, I used Om Namah Shivaya. The chant seemed to merge into the rippling waters of the sacred Ganga. This was the opening line of my book. And here, as you can see, the readers get a lot of questions. Who was chanting? And why was he at the banks of river Ganga? Which part of the Mahabharata is the author referring to? Is it directly related to Shikandini, or is it another time period, another place which will later be linked to our main character Shikandini? A lot of questions come to the mind of the reader. Similarly, my second feel-good novel, Gift of Life. In this, the opening line is quite simple. It is factual. Shamala sighed at the sight of her guest room. It had been years since the last guest had come to stay. So this sets a pace. Why was she sighing at the guest room? Was it really because there are no guests coming, or was there something else? And as you can see from the blurb, this is related to a nationwide lockdown period where Shamala was living alone. So then why was she sighing there? Because obviously no guests are going to come. So these questions come to the reader's mind, and before they can even think, they are reading the next lines, the next chapters, and that makes your book unputdownable. I hope this helped. This is the final video, but we can always connect in the comments. You can visit my blog. I share a lot of writing tips there, and also many lifestyle, health, and book related posts as well. Okay then, bye bye. See you.